We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today we will be discussing some college football free picks, and then you guys will kind of hang out with me for a little while while I put up some plays on the site. So that is for the NFL tomorrow. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. We will talk over all the NFL games. For tomorrow. So hopefully you guys have fun with that. Before we jump into it, yesterday somehow, some way was profitable. I still can't figure out how. At one point yesterday, we were down like 11 units, and then we rattled off like 12 and 2 to end the night with a couple of plus monies in there. So we ended up being profitable. I will definitely take it. I'm not going over all 45 plays from yesterday. I will say so far today we've had 2 plays that are finaled. They were both first halves. Kansas State minus 9.5 in the first half. They're tied with Colorado at the moment, so that one did not hit. But one that did hit was Texas Tech. Texas Tech 20. They're 28-0 at halftime. I have them minus 13.5 for the first half. So nice easy winner there. I have Kentucky right now, which is down 20-0. Not great. I have Oklahoma State plus 14. They're only down 3, so we'll see. Baylor's down 8 at the moment at halftime. We'll see. I have the under in the Miami game. That's currently 17-7, so that's looking nice. ECU minus 7. They were not happy about last week. Holy fuck, it is 42-3 at halftime. That is insane. Ohio State and Michigan, I have Michigan plus 10. That's currently an 8-point game at halftime. South Carolina minus 2.5. They're currently down 3 at halftime. Central Florida plus 17.5. They're currently up 7 in the second quarter, so we'll see whether or not they can hold on to that one. And then I have Marshall minus 6 in the first half. They're currently down 7-3, but there's still 7 minutes left to go in the first. Now, we'll see how those go. Here's the deal. I already have the plays that I like for this week for the NFL. So you guys will just kind of I'm going to be talking them over as I put them up on the site. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can go ahead and put them in. I will say we're finally back to being positive in college football. College basketball we'll work on. College basketball has had a really, really rough run, down 26 units at the moment. But once again, 1 week, and we can flip that negative 26 to even money in no time because of the sheer amount of volume. Now, today, there's only college football on the site. No NBA, no NHL. I know there's a big NHL card today. It's all college football today. That's the main concern. I have 32 units worth of college football up. So that's what matters for today. Nothing else going on the site. Anyways, let's go ahead and start putting up some NFL. I had that. That would have cashed if I just put the under up. Yep. We'll start off our day. We're gonna have a bunch of plays in the NFL this weekend, so let's get it. Colts. Start off our card with the Colts. Last time I checked, I was able to get them at 4.5. Let's check for the site. 3.5. That line movement is strictly because of CJ Stroud coming back. So I am not concerned at all with that line movement. That's because CJ Stroud's going to be most likely back for this week's game against the Colts. Daniel Jones is going to be banged up. I think he's going to be playing through a fractured bone of some sort. Not entirely sure what exactly he's got, but I know he is going to be playing hurt. But I don't care. Colts coming off of the loss to the Chiefs. I think it's a good bounce back stop for Indianapolis. We'll go to the Cardinals. I like the Cardinals a bunch this week. They're against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is going to be all beat up. No Baker. Although I can get – what's the spread on this one? Because I'm going to go spread instead of money line. Originally, I was looking money line. But if I can get a decent number on this, what's the spread? 3.5. I'm just going to grab the 3.5 points on the Cardinals. It was 2.5. I'm not really overly concerned about that line movement from yesterday. I'm going to take the spot with the Cardinals. I know they're kind of been in a weird spot, but the Bucks have been losing like crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and fade the Bucks for right now because they just have been not looking great. They are coming off the blowout loss, so we'll see with that. But I'm not overly concerned. We'll go and take probably one of my favorite plays of the week, and it is a contest pick for me. Tennessee versus Jacksonville. That's down to a 6. I love it even more. I think the Tennessee Titans are going to beat the Jaguars outright. There you go. There's my bold. There's my bold take for the weekend. I'm going to have 2 of them actually. I think the Titans win outright versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but any thoughts on the Jaguars? Yeah, give me the Titans outright. Titans outright. I like it. I like the Titans. We'll keep on rolling. And whoever's hanging out in the chat, you guys will be able to know what exactly is on the card for tomorrow. Because there will be no show tomorrow because I always work too late in order to do a show. So, Panthers. I'm gonna grab the Panthers tomorrow. I can get plus 10.5 on them. I'm not going to say they're live to win outright, but I am going to take them against the Rams. Rams are coming off of a massive blowout win against the Bucks. I still think that the Rams are the best team in football. I strongly believe that. But at the end of the day, 10 points with the Panthers at home, which they've played a lot better at home. Yeah, sign me up. Now, this one's going to be gross. The Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. We're taking the Jets. Falcons coming off of – so they lost Michael Penix. Then they brought Kirk Cousins back, but it's backup quarterback after they lost their starter. First game normally goes great. Second game, I'm going to say the Jets get their 3rd win of the year. And you know what? This would just be the perfect spot for the Jets to start winning because the Jets are already out of it, and it doesn't matter anymore. So this would be the spot that the Jets start winning. Give me the Jets plus money line plus 125. Oh, I don't like how this line was moving, but I don't really care. Give me the Cleveland Browns. Browns plus 5.5 against the 49ers. I think this is a game that they can win outright. I know that sounds crazy. Shedeur Sanders looked good last week. Not to mention, even though they suck, the Browns have one of the best defenses in the NFL. So I'm not overly concerned with their defense. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna grab the Browns plus 5.5. There's gonna be a lot of ugly plays. On the card for this week, and Browns are gonna be one of them. And then another one that I really like. Couldn't quite get them for the contest, just because the way that was moving didn't really fit with me. Give me the Minnesota Vikings plus 12.5. I'm taking the Vikings. It's going to be God knows who's playing quarterback for the Vikings. I don't really think it matters. As long as it's not JJ McCarthy, because I strongly believe that that JJ McCarthy is not a good quarterback. That's just me. I know he's only gotten a handful of starts. It's not really fair, but he's not the solution for the Vikings. I'm going to stick by that. So we're going to grab we are going to grab the Vikings without him. So I'm going to grab them there. We'll go ahead and grab Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills coming off of a loss. I'm going to ride the Bills. They have an extended week off, an extended week because they played last Thursday night. They lost to the Houston Texans. I think this is your good bounce back spot for the Bills. And I think they can get something rolling at home versus Pittsburgh. Right there. They might not be at home. I don't remember. Here's another one. Raiders. I know. Some of these are going to be really, really gross. I'm on the Raiders. I'm not going to trust the Chargers. I can get the Raiders at 10. I'm not going to trust the Chargers. I know they're coming off of beating the piss. Again, the piss beaten out of them by Jacksonville. It's another reason why I faded Jacksonville this week with Tennessee is they had a big win last week. And now they get the Titans. Who cares? But I like the Raiders this week. I was never high on the Chargers. The Chargers would cover that double-digit spread 3 times. One of them was against the Raiders, but I'm not sold on this Chargers team. The way that the line movement, a lot of money coming in on the Chargers, and that line opened up at like 10.5, and it's dropped. So give me the Raiders there. I will say how I will have nothing on Monday Night Football. So the last play that we'll have for the NFL is going to be the Commanders. Commanders plus 5.5. I'm going to call it now. The Commanders going to win outright versus the Denver Broncos. I think this is totally a spot they could win outright. And I'm gonna roll with that. The way that line moved, it opened up at 7.5, and it keeps just sliding towards the Commanders with all the money on the Broncos. This one's probably my favorite play of the week. And that's the Commanders on Sunday Night Football. It's going to be number 1 play for me this week. So Commanders plus 5.5. By the way, contest picks this week were Packers and Ravens. So we're 1-1 to start. And then Titans, Browns, and Commanders are our last 3. I'll quickly pull up the Pub Sports Radio contest to show you guys what we're doing in that. I believe they updated the rankings for that. And then I'll come back to I see you in the chat, Untouchable. I'll get to you in just a second. NFL contest, which if you guys have not been following, has been a lot of fun this year. Boom. Well, the standings are loading up right here. Oh, look who's on top. We currently have two plays over him, but 39-23 this year. And Titans, Browns, Commanders is where we're going to finish it out. And if you guys don't believe that, boom, there's our contest. There's my contest plays for this week. Commanders, Browns, Titans. But that is all of the football for this week. Very quickly stop sharing. Afternoon, Timmy. Afternoon, Untouchable. Welcome to the stream. Sabres money line. Anytime goal, Taze Thompson. If you're going to take the Sabres at any way, shape, or form today, it's first period. You've got a Wild team coming off of a huge overtime win versus the Avalanche. You got the Sabres coming off of losing 5-0 to the Devils. I don't know. This just seems like the perfect spot for the Sabres to win the first period. Which actually, I'll probably put some hockey up on the. Seeing that there's 15 games, I'll put hockey up on the card after. Maybe I might put some up after the show, but we'll see. Wild are overrated regular season team. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Thread the needle. St. Louis first period and Utah Hockey Club full game money line. That's indeed threading the needle. That is indeed threading the needle. But that's going to be it for the show. No show tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday. By the way, free picks today. We're taking Auburn outright versus Alabama. I even took Auburn money line as trifecta. So first quarter money line, first half money line, full game money line. I took Washington +7 and the money line +230. And I grabbed the Hokies, Virginia Tech. I just grabbed them +8. I'm not really confident in their money line, but I think they're going to be able to keep it close versus Virginia. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. It was a good Thanksgiving. I can't complain. Never seen all the underdogs win on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I thought after the first 2 underdogs would have got there, I thought the Ravens were going to take care of business, and that did not happen. It is what it is. I'm not too concerned about it, but we'll roll. But that's going to do it. I'll see you guys back on Monday with another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys for watching.